welcome to the Undebatables podcast. I'm Ashlyn Kane.
I'm Jamil Bukra.
And tonight we have our guest, Tamas Vamos. Please say something in the camera.
Hello, everybody. I'm Tamas Vamos. As Ashlyn said, I'm a stand-up comedian, like these two. And I'm happy to be here and debate and win.
We promise that he's not held to gunpoint. That's all I can promise.
No, I'm not. It's fine.
It's just a cellar in Austria, that's it.
Yeah, nothing suspicious here. The longer the quiet goes on,
so
the better it is.
Let's introduce for the people who watch us the first time what's the concept of the show.
Basically, how the show works is that we pick a ridiculous topic that nobody should have an opinion on, and we debate it, and it is decided at random who argues for which side. So whether or not he votes for or against it, or whether or not he votes for or against it. We decide it via coin flip. You have the coin?
Yep.
All right.
Do you have the subject?
The subject for today is the worm, the dance move, is the best way to get around, as in moving other places.
Instead of walking.
So
you're the guest, you choose head or tails?
If I choose a side and win, does that mean I'm for it or
Yes,
against it?
for it.
So if I win, I'm for it.
So yes.
Okay, so I choose heads.
all right. Moment of truth.
Tails.
Tails.
So I will be debating for it.
So you're against it now.
I'm against going around as the worm.
Yeah.
At all
Instead of
times.
walking, you just do this
Damn
the
it.
whole time.
I was actually really hoping to be for it, to be honest.
If I'm being honest, I
was
was
like,
too. But it's improvisational kind of show, so
yeah, that's what we get
think
in this
on your
show.
feet. That's what stand-up comedians are supposed to do. So
Right. Who does the opening statement?
he's arguing for it, so he must start. Ready?
And go.
Opening statement time.
We all agree life is stressful, right?
Absolutely. So far,
Everything
so good.
is taken too seriously. Everything is stressful. Try to imagine life, but instead of people walking, they're just doing the worm.
At all times.
At
All times.
When it's raining.
When it's raining, when it's
Do people
snowing.
not walk when it's raining? Like,
Well, sure.
Skiing, they will keep doing skiing. But imagine a police pursuit while doing the worm. Don't tell me you want to live in a life like that.
Well, that's a tough one. Actually, you almost had me for a second. I almost couldn't formulate the comeback, but then again, comedian brain.
okay.
I
Dun,
can.
dun, dun.
So
I know some of you might not expect that I have arguments against going around like the worm at all times, and I understand your points. You're trying
Yes.
to be inclusive, but you're not thinking about handicapped people. How's someone paralyzed from the waist down supposed to be doing the worm?
Are they walking?
They are rolling, so they would be now forced to do the worm without functional body part. What about people without limbs? What about paralyzed? What about people who cannot do the worm due to severe spinal conditions? I think that's a very bigoted point of view. These are hot words to use today, right?
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
nowadays, these work. And racist. Ooh, that's a good
You're
one.
bringing the
Racist.
big guns.
Racist
I'm
against
already-
the disabled.
Yes, racist
You're
and
ableist.
non-inclusive and ableist against locking out disabled people at all forms through your very fascistic views. To be honest, guys, I don't even know what these words mean. but
I will just quickly say he has not addressed this issue, but I would assume in this universe where this is possible, there would be a secondary option for disabled in this
Yes.
utopia where
But-
everyone
but
does
the
the
thing
work.
a
is that-
slide?
You're mentioning
How would that work up a hill?
what we're talking about. We
Special
have
technology.
A
those,
ramp?
those people having the same issue with us walking. So now, like the people who's disabled from the waist down, instead of having a rolling chair, a wheelchair,
Yeah.
they would have a skateboard.
Yeah, but see, now that's so much better because now they're privileged because they get to roll while we have to walk. You know how much fun that is in Vienna where there's a lot of hills? They are the privileged among our society right now, and
there
it
is
needs to stop.
There is an electric skateboard, so they just
So like
lay
a hoverboard?
lay on it and go upstairs.
She's such a snake.
I don't think that would just mean they would malfunction and you want to catapult the handicapped into the sky. Now that's what you're arguing.
Okay.
You are arguing for murder.
You
my
can't.
friend.
No straw man's allowed on
Genocide.
this show. We have to address his actual arguments.
What I'm saying, what I'm advocating for is instead of what we're walking, so the people who can walk, they will move to doing the worm. People who cannot walk, rolling in their chair, they stay cheering. No.
They stay
This is-
cheering.
They say cheering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if the people who walk don't want to do the walk? The worm. Sorry, the worm.
They don't
The
want to do the
walk.
walk.
They will be exactly
These
like now.
boots are made from.
Yes. Thanks.
Okay,
Let's
this is
get
a
off
debating show, not a singing show.
I'm
And we have-
sorry.
yes.
I'm just
And we have a
trying to
limited amount
charm
of
my
time.
way to victory here.
And I was about
So
to
when
join
do you get off work?
I'll meet you at the Dona Canal
Yeah.
afterwards when you finish your shift there.
Hey, you're supposed to be neutral. I cannot charm you.
I
so
am simply playing devil's advocate with whether or not I will be able to
Guess
meet
what?
him
I
after
am
work.
the devil. Seems like we already have a thing
You
going.
got some competition for the devil, I will say.
as we always mention that person in our podcast.
Oh yes, but I
Marco,
think he is
it's you.
objectively worse than
The
he who
devil.
must not be named. Yes, I have to say you are objectively worse than Marco in terms of evil.
Oh yes, I'm very happy to admit that. I'm proud of it. So
I'm proud.
I mean, that's a pretty low bar. There's Marco, there's you, and then there's Alan, who speak evil.
True.
Guests who will be on our podcast in the near future, so stay tuned.
if you can reach him.
Let's stick to the topic, okay?
Moderator,
Yes.
you're siding with the
I am
the
not
guest.
siding. I'm
The
waiting for
devil.
you to wait. So
Yes.
what happens if they don't want to do the worm?
They can walk. The same way now, people who want to do the worm, they will look like idiots. But they still can do the worm. There is no law prohibiting them from doing the worm.
Walking.
Wait,
Their
wait.
society is with their backwarded ideology because we used to work from the beginning of time. That's why we need to stick with it. So if we are like just going on 4, they're gonna be till now doing that. But no, we need to progress.
So
There's been time since the age of time we've been walking, and we did nothing. Okay, let's have a better idea to do it, which is the war.
just to
Okay.
clarify, you're not advocating for laws. You're just you're treating
No,
this
no,
like
no.
a trend that people should start doing.
Exactly, that should
Okay.
be the new normal.
Okay.
I
We are not in a
understand.
fascist country. Everyone should do as they want.
I can see that you said that, but I already called you fascist like 5 minutes ago, so you can't really take it back right now. But anyway,
I'm
that's not what
evolving.
I.
The same way we used to walk, and now we're doing the warm. I'm evolving. I used to
So
be-
what you're suggesting is
This is the next stage of human evolution.
is the warm?
exactly. So, what percentage of the population do you believe can do the worm as of right now on concrete without absolutely bashing their jaws to pieces? Approximate ballpark estimate number.
Or foreheads out also.
I would say 1 in 10.
So 10%.
Yes.
I
But
think
that's
that's a
gonna-
very generous estimate, to be honest.
Are we talking about the world or America or Austria?
No, like whole population
Because in the US,
worldwide.
Mhm.
They're gonna be just
Worldwide.
rolling. They cannot do
Worldwide.
the full
Yeah,
roll.
I know they're fat,
Wait,
but I know
Wait,
they're
we're
fat,
just gonna
but
do
there's like
somersaults instead of
somersaults.
well, they're rolling.
Yeah, if
or-
something catapults you in the air,
Yes.
sure. But otherwise,
So when you go outside of your house, like your wife or partner will just push you, and you roll down
Well,
and
not
to your
everyone
destination.
can afford like a wheelchair, so some people
don't-
are just gonna do somersaults
Yes.
to stay.
I don't
in-
exactly see how circular people can generate enough force to
Yeah.
move off the ground without actually an outside force pumping them in the air. So somersaulting is nearly out of the
Well-
question, unless it's a slide.
Well, just idea I'm throwing out here. What if they lose weight because they start
They
doing
want
the
to do
worm?
the worm.
Well, because they have to
That-
do the worm if
it-
they want to be cool.
And it
Ah.
requires more muscle and more effort than just walking.
So you're saying you want to absolutely overwhelm all hospitals by injured people doing a new trend, shattering their jaws to pieces. You know how many ugly people there will be? Do you have any
No,
idea?
they will have an excuse why they are ugly.
Is that your main concern? They're ugly people at the.
No, my main
Hospital.
concern is overwhelming the hospital with shattered jaws and on top of all the COVID patients who
But-
are now coming in.
but
And
we
it's
will-
really hot. All the heat stroke people need some attention too. But now, I shattered my jaw because I wanted to be trendy. And now the heat stroke people die because of your trend. How dare you? How dare you take their future from them?
Why you don't get?
I think that was a rat.
I think we're gonna move on. Please continue your
Okay.
sentence.
I thought like the police is raiding us already.
They knew
We
a
haven't
Muslim
even
and a
touched
Jew.
those topics yet.
Yes.
We have a Muslim and a Jew down here, and then
So-
just a white
And a lot
woman.
of tech.
And a
Oh.
lot of tech.
Oh.
Oh, yes. Anyway, please.
And
finish.
this is a bar in Austria, not a cave somewhere else.
Oh yes, we promise.
As
Anyway,
I said,
everyone is
nobody is
here.
holding a gun to my head. And we're totally, definitely in Austria.
Anyway, so please continue your statement.
When you walk on the street,
Yeah.
do you burn your feet?
No, because I wear shoes.
Exactly.
So you're suggesting jaw protectors.
That's the thing with evolution. We will always have equipments to make it better.
That's incredible. So now you want to pollute the earth with a completely new thing that we never
No,
needed
it
before.
does not have to be plastic.
Oh,
It could be reusable, like recycling other
plastics.
things,
yeah.
Like paper.
paper.
You want paper protectors against concrete and a jaw? It feel like now you want to
Mushroom.
help.
What
the
about metal protectors?
that would hurt.
I mean, it would, but it would be. I
But
don't
would it be
actu-
cool? Make
Yeah,
them
you would
cooler?
be cool because you got a metal one.
That would mean nobody would ever sleep anywhere anymore because you just hear a metallic clinging as
Ting,
people are
ting,
walking
ting.
home.
They'll
Or
invent-
worming home, I'm sorry.
Yes, thank
See?
you.
You know what that means for Austrians? You know how many Beschwerdebriefe will be written because of the ding, ding, ding,
Noise
ding.
complaints for our international audience.
Do you
Noise complaints.
do you
this,
think
is
they-
this is a trend here. Now
Do you think
have
they're
the
gonna say like
plastic paper.
no more warming after 10 in the afternoon?
No
So-
worming in between.
So now you're suggesting a quarantine without
No,
or like
no.
You
When it
can
hits
walk.
10, you stand up and walk.
Yeah.
So now you're saying people can only be trendy during a
No,
specific
they could
period
be
of time.
trendy, but law-obeying citizen.
No. But then they can't be trendy after 10 p.m.
The-
That's fascism. Once again, you're. See, this is. I don't see how this is even an argument. Who's not on
Wait,
my
wait.
side on this?
Pause. Do you also think that the quiet after 10 p.m. is fascist?
Yes.
Okay.
So the warm is not changing anything.
Oh. Hey, you thought you bringing logics and things into this
No,
is
no,
going
I
to
just
change
wanna-
my stance.
I
I'm here to win, Ashley.
I
and
just
I'm
want to
not
clarify
gonna
your
fucking-
position on this. Nothing
On
else.
fascism, do you like that one?
I hate fascism. That's why I despise this idea so much.
Okay.
And I love walking and I hate doing the worm. You know how many
Do you
times
know
I
who-
shattered my jaw?
Do you know who would hate the warm?
Who?
Jews. You Muslim. Is that what you want to
Okay,
say?
okay. I thought you hated fascism.
No, I was to say fascist.
That was something
Because it's
completely
not-
different. That was
Because
bigoted.
it's the cool way to walk and not the efficient way. And we know fascists are all about efficiency and not enjoying your life. It should be
Exactly.
stressful, doing work, everything, and not enjoying life, warming around.
Ladies and gentlemen, a fascist and an anti-fascist.
No, I'm also anti-fascist, but in a cool way.
So he's like Antifa. He's like, hey, we're cool, but we'll also beat you up if you disagree on any point.
No, we will not be able to beat you up because we'll be just warming. to
Yeah,
catch
they'll
you.
be too busy doing
Okay,
the
so
worm.
every anti-fascist
to
on my
do-
side, it's going to be very easy to beat them up when it comes to protesting. So stay with me here, and we'll be able to jump around and run. I think it's healthier. No, think of all the dental bills that will generate through worming, because now your jaws are protected because this new thing,
Yes.
and because you're not a fascist.
What about mouth guards?
Exactly. Now another thing. Now you have to raise mouth guards. Those are plastic. Now you're doing plastic waste. Very non-econom.
No, we can have, like,
very
bio-
non-eco-friendly. Sorry, I was
Very-
looking
yeah.
for the wrong trigger word there.
Biodegradable.
You're looking to get triggered on this podcast.
Yes.
You're on the wrong podcast. You're looking to trigger someone in the audience.
We can have
Clearly.
biodegradable guards, mouth guards, or
biodegradable mouth guards.
Those don't work.
You don't.
But
Do
the
those
thing is, you
exist
just
yet?
need them to work until you get used to doing the worm.
And you won't be walking 24/7.
I'm pretty sure people, when they start walking, how many kids hurt themselves when they start learning how to walk?
How many people are going to hurt themselves up or down the stairs? What happens
No,
on escalators? You're going to worm on
walk.
escalators? You're
You
going to
will
cut
get
your
really,
throat?
really good at doing the work downstairs if people
On
do this often
escalators?
enough.
There's absolutely
Well, if they're
no
on
way.
escalators, then they don't need to move. Then do they?
You're also looking at old people. Should they do the worm just because they want to be trendy,
No,
or
they
are
stop
old people not allowed to be trendy anymore? That's also horrible.
The same way.
Wait,
Dear moderator,
Wait.
can you say like a trigger something like that's anti old people?
I think
You're
Ageist.
that
anti old
if you
people.
want,
Ageist. Thank you.
you're ageist, but
Thank you and damn you. How dare you for being ageist?
also please don't put words into my mouth. These are all your opinions. I would say, first of all,
I'm
real
very
quick,
good at that.
real quick, like, do old people want to be trendy? Is the question.
Yes.
Not all old
Clearly,
people.
yes.
But the thing is, do old people run? Are we
So
being
some old people-
ageist? Yeah, people who can do it,
Yeah.
they will do it. The same way with
the
the worm.
worm is a lot harder.
Because
Have
they
you
did
ever
not
done it?
they did not work
They'll
they did
die
not train
trying.
for it from the beginning.
Have you ever done the worm or tried to do the worm?
Yes, and I hurt myself, which is
Oh,
why I'm saying
stop.
old people will hurt themselves more.
So now you're bringing your own childhood trauma in this discussion.
Absolutely, aren't we all? This is yours.
It's like-
Okay.
Yours
It's the same
comes
way
from
I
deep-
cannot swim
a-
or once I had a childhood trauma in a pool, so we should ban all swimming pool. No one is allowed to swim.
We'll go back to Stone Age.
exactly.
Yes.
See, this is another one of your horrible ideas.
No.
No one is
I'm
allowed to swim.
evolving.
You just said it. What are you saying? What are you talking about?
Okay,
This is
you
out
can't-
of control.
Again,
This is
you have to cool it.
fascism.
You have to cool it with the straw man arguments. You have to address what the opposition is actually
That's
saying.
not what I do. I hurt feelings. I act offended, and I say
Are you the
stuff that
Ben
I
Shapiro
don't mean.
of this
So the
podcast?
see-
No,
see,
I'm the
that's the old
anti-Ben
style. So
Shapiro.
every
I'm
time
not
with this-
factual at all.
Every
I'm
time
just
there
a
is a
dick.
new
Neither is he. so-
every time we are evolving, there is the people who start keeping us on to the past. This is how we used to do it. This is how we do it. What about those people who cannot do it? Yes, they will learn.
Yeah.
Back then, not everyone can use a phone. Now my grandma can use a smartphone.
I don't believe you. I think you're lying to me. Your grandma definitely cannot use a smartphone.
Why?
Yeah. What do you have?
What are your bases?
because I'm being ageist because you were ageist, and if
Okay.
you can do it, I can do it.
Okay,
Wait.
wait. We have
Uh,
to stick to the topic. The topic is not his grandma. You have to.
Well, I just made it this topic.
I am the moderator. I declare it not to be. I am the only fascist in this room. These are my two.
God damn it.
These are your two hostages I'm holding in this
Oh,
basement.
come on. What were we talking about? Yeah, because of your childhood trauma, which was swimming.
No, it was your childhood trauma.
You are
of
not
doing the walk.
advocating for swimming, which is healthier than the worm because of your childhood
Do you
trauma.
have any
But-
See, we're all
stats?
bringing it into it.
But war,
Yes, but I don't have a laptop, so I cannot show you. Shut up.
war,
You can't
thought-
tell me to
I-
shut
I-
up.
I-
I'm the moderator.
I
I will
totally,
talk over you.
I
but
totally
the
have all
warming
this
is
stuff.
basically swimming on the land.
The what is swimming on the land?
Technically,
Warming.
yeah. Doing the worm, because it's like butterfly stroke, kind of.
No, because you can break your jaw on water, but you can on land. So
But
it's
you
not
can
the
drown
same.
in
You're
the water.
lying again. Second time lying within a
You can
minute.
drown in the water.
This is a dishonest argument. Yeah, if you're
Oh my god.
yeah, you can if you're a pussy.
Same applies for hitting your jaw.
Yeah.
If you cannot handle the pain,
Can you do the worm?
those are details that we need to mention.
Yeah.
But you are capable of learning, yes.
Yes.
Just as you
I'm
are
also
capable of
capable-
learning to not fuck up your jaw in the process.
Well, I did because I fucked it up. It grew together. Now it's stronger. Now I don't fuck it up. Trauma helps to not do the worm because it's stupid. Because you try it once, this is stupid, and then
Wait.
you don't do it because walking is so much
You're
more
arguing
efficient.
for him
Yeah,
now.
remind you on which side you are.
Yeah, because
You are
you're arguing that if trauma makes
You're
makes
stronger.
it better, then this is the
What
I
the-
feel,
trauma.
I
So
feel
you're
like
saying
you
what
didn't
doesn't-
hear anything after that couple of words that you just repeated to me. I said a lot of things to the camera. You can't cut this out as well. I just
I'm not
made
planning
sense.
on cutting it out.
I
if
just
it makes
made sense.
if it makes sense in post, I'm gonna cut it out.
So
No, I'm
what you're
kidding.
saying is what doesn't kill you make you stronger.
Yeah.
Only if it's not worming.
Why?
Okay.
So are you warmist now?
Yes.
you're wormist.
No, you're a wormist.
No,
I'm an
you're-
anti-wormist, clearly.
No,
You're
you're
advocating f-
segregating against worms.
Yes.
What
So-
did they do to you?
Yeah, what's-
They invaded my wooden furniture multiple times.
Yeah, but they are part of the eco cycle.
I feel
You
like
can be there somewhere else.
this seems
But
like a
who been
euphemism for
first?
something else. I didn't invite you. I didn't force you to come here against your will for that. For this is not an Israel-Palestine argument.
Lady!
Is
Well,
it
it
just
is-
me, or
it is
did I
now.
not even think of that at
Me
any
neither,
point
at
of
all.
this argument until this point?
Well, now you are. This is
Okay,
my
so
fault.
starting from this point, you're arguing Israel Palestine. What do you have against both of them?
I don't know anything about this topic,
And
hence
that's
I
why
am
you're
the
against
moderator.
them.
I'm,
I
aga-
I
I'm
think
against both of y'all. Y'all are being out of control.
2 hours later.
Fuck you! No, fuck no, you! Fuck you!
Listen. Fuck you.
No, fuck you! You listen! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck.
All right, fellas, we're gonna need to come to some kind of agreement here. This is.
Ashlyn, tell him to go fuck himself.
He says to
Ashlyn?
go fuck himself.
I shouldn't tell him he's better at fucking himself, so he can do it by himself.
Jamil said that you were better
Yeah,
at
well,
fucking
I'm better at
yourself.
fucking and walking at 2 because walking's better.
Okay.
Fucking is basically doing the worm on the bed, so it's superior.
It's fine there. It's not fine on the street.
Wait, if you're doing the worm as
Are
a
we
sex
saying
act,
Okay, I think we can go
then
back.
if you're doing the worm as a sex act, I just want to objectively say you have never made a woman come. Just objectively. If you're just going.
No, don't underestimate underestimate my acrobatic skills.
I didn't even have to do anything. You kicked yourself in your own nuts with that one.
But I'm willing to learn from it.
But you ain't learning from me.
I'm not doing the worm with you.
Wait, were you gonna teach him how to make a woman come for the worm?
You totally would have walked with me, but you wouldn't worm with me. Walking is superior. Thank you. Oh, you wouldn't even walk with me?
I will
Anti-Semitic fuck.
Are you
Oh my God.
Islamophobic fuck?
That's something you said and I agree with. So I'm
Let's
this
find
is
common
horrible.
ground.
This is like sentence 27 that
We
I
were
could get
supposed to keep
canceled
this
for.
podcast light, but clearly I failed. I am the best moderator at this job.
Well, it's not my fault if he is gonna.
It's not my fault that warming is the superior way of getting around.
It is for thinking that. It's
Yeah.
walking. You can. How easy it is to transition from walking into running if someone chases you. Even though it's very
Yeah, but
funny
they will
when
be
someone.
chasing you while doing the worm.
That's ridiculous.
Exactly. Nothing can be serious
Robert-
after that.
Robbers wouldn't do that. They'd see you, rob you and run away because you'd be like getting up like.
No, but think is like since you're walking, everyone look at okay, he's walking, so he's about to do something shady.
I think we're creating a whole new type of discrimination there.
Against walkers. See, now walking is discriminated against because of your trend. You horrible, horrible piece of something.
Yes,
I
but
don't
you
even want to
solved,
swear anymore.
you
It's not
solved-
worth it.
you solved police brutality, solved everything because the moment a police stand up next to a black person, we know that they're gonna assault them. But if the police is warming next to a person,
And
yeah,
the
they just
police
warm-
care. Is that what we learned from all the videos? Is that police care? They don't care. They're going to
But-
take advantage, Jamil.
but we need to
What they-
start.
wait,
You
It's
are
about the start.
disenfranchising. Now you're promoting police violence because police can't worm in a car unless their cars are doing the low rider thingy. And I don't think that's convenient for the police,
no.
and it
They-
Well,
wouldn't.
we know cops are the coolest people though. They have to stay trendy.
See, thank you for arguing for me.
No,
Now-
that means that they're gonna have cars that.
Oh no, that
adjust
was
for
sarcastic as fuck. There's no way you meant that.
yeah.
Yeah, but
Yes,
the
of course. I
I came here to
the
win.
police.
I came here to talk.
We all love the police.
We have a very limited amount of time as well, so keep
Ooh.
your arguments short so we can have a concluding statement at the end.
My argument is not short because it's long, because it's the right argument, so it covers all. Because I'm here, so we do not discriminate. You can't do the worm when you're on crutches.
That's a pretty short argument.
You cannot walk when you're on the crutches.
Yes, you can.
You
what do
can
you do?
limp. That's
Yeah.
some
It's
would
better
argue
than
that's-
worming. Imagine trying to worm with crutches. You
But-
just
but-
break your leg again.
The same way back then, people who cannot do the limping until they found the crutches, we found the solution.
Now
we
you're
will find the solution.
Now you're discriminating against people who cannot do the limping. What do you mean people
No,
who
you're
cannot?
discriminating against people who cannot limp.
No, you want them to worm. I just say enjoy yourself. You want them to do a trendy dance move that can hurt or incapacitate old people. It can perpetuate police violence because it puts.
Oh
So,
my
I said
god.
you are
solving police
you are
violence.
horrible.
Oh my god.
I came here to win. I mean it.
You-
I'm
came
hitting
I
you
think
with
you're
all
just
the
a
arguments.
mean.
I'm here just to evolve, push people into the future.
With all due respect, after this, all you're doing is devolve. I think
How
I've
is
made
that
sure at this
devolving?
point.
How is that devolving?
Would that be bad if he was devolving? What do you have against?
Yeah,
What do
he'd
you
get worse. It
So
wouldn't
are
be
you at-
Jamil Prime. It would be Jamil Sub,
But
which
if
in
he's
the
a sub,
LGBTQ
so an Untermensch-
community means something else.
Yes.
Yeah,
well,
he'd be an Unmensch.
an Untermensch, you mean?
No, an Unmensch.
So you're advocating for eugenics,
Unter is too much, so you just call them Un.
but they're not like
like
the
UN.
superior race.
What?
They're not the superior race, then, is what
No,
you're
why would I
saying.
call him
And
the
I am
superior
the
race?
fascist.
That's
Because
a
if they're the
compliment.
And I'm the
No, I'm
fascist
not.
in
I'm
the-
saying that you guys, the walkers, would be that by your own logics. Therefore, you're arguing for eugenics. Do you want to stick with that or not?
No, he's arguing that worming people would be the superior race, which
No,
is why
it
I'm
would be the
saying
cooler
how
people,
horrible.
cooler people.
Which
But
is
you
kind of
say-
like the superior race. That's horrible. You're
Really?
horrible. Okay,
The
Hitler.
Nazi was like, follow us because we are cool.
Muslim Hitler. That's what you are. I can tell. This is modern Muslim Hitler,
No.
and that's what I'm
I'm
arguing.
totally
Save
against
me.
Hitler. I'm totally against that guy.
Of
Wait,
course.
wait,
That you know who'd say that? Muslim Hitler. To get under everybody's skin.
If you want to just
Do
quickly,
you know what's
like,
worse than Muslim Hitler? Jewish Hitler.
let's just say
yeah, we
that
already
this,
had one.
we can
know.
we can never prove that this conversation happened because we have Muslim Hitler and Jewish Hitler in the same room together.
So
no
which
one will
one is
believe
worse?
this story.
Hitler uniting Muslim and
All right,
Jews.
so this is your final statement.
My final statement is I win.
That's okay. And your final
My
statement.
final statement, we are about evolution and we are evolving, and that's what life is about.
Thank you
That
all for
doesn't change my final statement.
Shh. Thank you for listening to our podcast. This has been a really light romp, a really great adventure. Feel free to leave your opinions in the comments of who you think won and who you think was wrong.
Evolution.
Devolution.
Okay, so there was a pun made in this podcast. I now owe Paul
Some
Jacobs like 10 euros or something. He's
Actually,
got that
he owes
copyrighted.
you 10 euros.
But yeah, anyway, so thank you for listening to
Thank
our
you.
podcast.
And as usual, like, subscribe, share this episode with all your friends. If you have a suggestion which topic we should discuss next time, put it in comment. We will not put it in the next episode, probably the one after, or if it's stupid,
And
we
we
will not just have
promise
it.
it will not become an Israel-Palestine issue again. Do you still want to
Maybe.
plug his stuff, even though you guys hate each other?
It's about evolution, so we let him be.
Yes, so plug in all your social media, anything you want us to... want
If
the
you want to
audience
see me live, follow me on Instagram. It's tgrandmasterv, and you can find me on YouTube, and links are in the bio.
Yes,
And
they're in
I'm
the
pretty much on all social media. So check me out, and
Okay.
thank you for having me.
He's
Of
one of the
course.
funniest comedian here in Vienna for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen that reason today.
Yeah.
Come on, man. We hate each other. What the fuck?
No, the episode is over.
Ah, okay.
So
yeah,
this
we're
is-
out of
this is the
character
promo.
now.
Oh,
We're out
yeah,
of character.
okay,
I mean,
cool.
you guys are
So-
still here against your will, but that will
We
be
are out
finished.
of character. She's
Yeah.
never out of character.
No, I
But
was
we are two
I was
men
being
and one
serious.
white lady, so I think we're gonna make this work in this basement.
Yes, unless as long there's
Don't
no
be
Wi-Fi.
fucking gross, yo.
We have video and internet connection and motivation to do OnlyFans. We
This-
both love money,
this-
and see you guys soon.
Are we gonna tell people where this place is after
Ah,
he
yes,
just said
true.
that? When this place is sponsored, this video is sponsored by Shabin International Pub. We're not gonna do any more nefarious things in this basement, but it was
Yep.
filmed live in the basement of this place. Thank you very much to the owners of Shabin International.
Thank you very
Best
much.
place in Vienna.
Yeah.
If you want to
For-
find comedy, come here. If you find good drinks, come here.
If
If you
you're in the
find
Vienna
people,
area.
come here.
If you're in Vienna, specifically.
If you're not in Vienna, come to Vienna and come here.
Yes. Move to
Yeah.
Vienna, come to the superior city.
We are all superior.
Yes. But I'm an American saying it, though, so it's like,
Are we
Less
still part
German.
of the episode?
yes.
I said
We all have to say goodbye now.
I said we sarcastically. We just
Just still all of us like stare into the camera and go, bye.
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 All right, y'all start
All
talking.
right.